Who's next, Ted? We go by the names here. So let's see here. Steve. Steve, yep, Bismillah. I like what you wear, Steve.
Assalamu alaikum. You know, if I could sing as well as Baldath Maharaj, I would sing for you as well. But since I don't want anyone leaving early tonight, I'm not going to do that. My name is Stephen Knowles, and actually that's my birth certificate name. I was told by one of my Jewish brothers that my real name is my Hebrew name that I got at the Bima from the Torah scrolls. Okay, and that is Tefania bin Abraham. So in any case, I greet you in the name of peace. So we want to talk about peace tonight. And what I want to say is this. Peace can manifest in many different ways. Yes? For many different people, it can be many different things. But one thing peace could never, ever be is selfish. It can never be selfish. Now, what is selfish peace? I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. When we consider ourselves and our family, okay, exclusively, then that's selfish peace. Here's what I mean. Now, in the Jewish tradition, and by the way, I should say I'm coming to you from traditional Judaism. In the Jewish tradition, we have something called Shalom Bayit. That means peace in the home. And that's something that we're all to strive for. Now, as a husband, I'm responsible for that. That's our tradition. If there's no peace in the home, all the fingers point this way. But that notwithstanding, let me say this. When it comes to peace in our greater community, all right, and if we consider, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build myself a nice big compound. I'm going to put a nice tall brick wall around it. On top of that, I'm going to put a wrought iron gate. And on top of that gate, I'm going to put razor wire all the way around it, right? And then I'm going to get myself an AK or an AR. Maybe I might have a Glock on my hip. Maybe I might have a couple of hand grenades on my hip on this side. And I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to get into the corner, the strategic corner of my compound, and no one's ever going to harm me and my family. And now I am at peace.
Really?
Right? No. See, that's when we make the mistake, because we're thinking very, very selfishly about our peace. That's correct. Because here's the thing. At some point, myself or my family members have to leave that compound, don't we? At some point. Or someone has to come in to service us, to help us. Maybe an ambulance, okay? Maybe just a delivery person. So what we have to think about is this. How can we create peace that affects the greater community around us, so that I'm working on peace in my home for myself and my family, but I'm also working on peace that can affect everyone else in my community positively and wonderfully. That's when it's not selfish. That's when it's real and true peace. We have so many ways of doing this in this society that we live in. We live in a democracy, okay? We can affect peace through our legislation, right? Through our vote. Uh-oh, he mentioned politics. But that's the nature of democracy. You see, democracy is not a spectator sport, and neither is peace. Peace is not a spectator sport. This is something we're all to participate in. We're all to have a say in. So, what I want to do, and what I would also urge you to do, because here's the thing. In Judaism, we have a saying that all Jews are responsible for each other. And I'm certain that there are other benedictions the same in Islam, right? And in Hinduism, right? We have a scripture, and it says iron sharpens iron. That's found in our Hebrew Bible. And so man sharpens man, or a person helps the other. And that's to help us stay on our toes and to look out for each other. You see, that's how society works. There's no such thing as isolation. You know, we might pretend or like to think that there is, but there isn't. And we shouldn't want that, because actually, when you think about it, what's the one thing that they do to criminals who have been incarcerated, who still don't know how to behave? They take them, they put them in
Isolation.
Isolation, yes, thank you. Confinement, right? And it's miserable because we're not made to ignore or to resist or to deny contact and conversation with other human beings. We have to have that. That's just part of who we are, what we are. Okay? So let's just all get it into our... Oh, and by the way, I know I'm preaching to the choir because the fact that you're here tonight already tells me that you are of a like mind and you think this way. So we just have to keep it into our minds and into our heads that this is the way it's done. Peace comes through community involvement. But it starts where? It starts at home.
Yep.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.